Genji in Overwatch 2. Genji is one of the most popular heroes in Overwatch, and it's easy to see why. His design is fluid, his abilities engaging, and there's nothing quite like a big blade. In Overwatch 2, Genji has only gotten better with the dynamic playstyle shift of the game, as well as the removal of many forms of crowd control. Let's break down what you need to know to play this hero in Overwatch 2, starting with playstyle, then ability usage, and finally, key matchups. Genji is, at heart, an extremely mobile duelist. High ground and off angles are powerful positions in Overwatch, and Genji's kit allows him to use these positions for spam consistently and safely. Double jump, wall climb, dash, and deflect are all excellent tools that allow Genji to take some of the greediest positions on the map and to do so without dying. Genji's kit is also excellent in duels, as dash and deflect can serve a double purpose of allowing Genji to disengage a duel that he's losing. You may be noticing a pattern here. Genji can take greedy angles for spam and can threaten duels in enemy DPS and supports, and his kit allows him to simply disengage if either go poorly. This is the heart of what makes Genji strong, and something you must leverage to improve your Genji play. What is the best and safest angle that I can take to pressure the enemy safely, and are there DPS or supports that I could duel or threaten to create space for my team? Keep in mind, even distracting the enemy or denying them good angles is a significant amount of value, even if you don't finish the kill. Learning Genji is a process of learning positions and angles in the map pool that maximize your pressure, as well as learning the ins and outs of dueling all the different heroes in the Overwatch cast. Dash has the dual purpose of being used defensively or offensively. For example, I can hold an aggressive angle or flank, holding my dash for when the enemies pressure me so that I can escape. Or, I can use it aggressively in duels or to engage the enemies where I can wall climb out safely. Don't make the mistake that so many low-rank Genjis struggle with. Mindless aggression without kill confirmation or a plan of escape is a fast recipe for death. Deflect, like dash, has a double purpose of protecting you directly or enabling aggression. It can either be used to defend yourself when enemies look to push you out of a position, or it can be used as an enabler in aggressive plays. Deflect is often the tool that buys you the extra couple of seconds after an aggressive dash to escape. If your aggression with dash isn't working, even when you have an escape route planned, check your deflect use. A common mistake Genjis make is they often get their deflect forced early in the fight or even pre-fight. Looking for that flashy reflect on the enemy's spam can feel good, and while this sometimes can get value, it's going to limit how aggressive you can play for the next 8 seconds. The respawn simulator, for the enemy team, hopefully. Blade can be one of the best carry ultimates in the game, but can also be difficult to execute with consistency. Here are my 3 tips to help with that. Number 1, engage with your team. No hero can 1v5. It's crucial that you blade with your team's engage or in a response to an enemy's engage so the enemy's attentions and cooldowns are split, and not solely focused on you. If you're playing a game with both teams playing passively, time it once you see the enemies trading fire at a choke, or if you start to see cooldowns in either side being used. Number 2, expect counters, not just beat and trance. Blade is an attention grabber, and enemies will often be saving their ultimates to counter yours. Tactical Visor, Coalescence, Rally, Earthshatter, Riptire, and even Maze Blizzard are all tools enemies will try to use to counter your blade, and simply being aware of the ultimates the enemies have will help you to mentally prepare for a more successful blade. Blizzard and Shatter are dodgeable, Visor and Coalescence are killable, and Riptire, well, maybe it's best not to blade until he's used it, or focus him first. Number 3, save Deflect. Seriously guys, don't waste this cooldown without good reason, as you're often going to need it to deflect a crucial cooldown mid-blade or to save your life after that final kill. Finally, for the last abilities, wall climb and double jump are excellent repositioning and escape tools. Use them and position yourself in locations where you can best maximize their potential. Crucial matchups. Get ready, there's a lot of them. All support heroes in Overwatch now heal 15 heal points per second when out of combat for 1.5 seconds. Keep this in mind during your deflect animation, as any support that you're dueling, if you don't hit them for 1.5 seconds, they are going to start healing up. All tank heroes now feed 30% less ultimate charge when damaged. Focusing tanks from an angle in Overwatch 2 is still good. It's still decent pressure and will feed ult charge. Just keep in mind that the duelist diver playstyle is oftentimes going to be the better play. If you're struggling getting assassinations because the enemy backline has too many tools to survive, then taking a safe angle and farming tanks is fine. Use your judgment. Eliminations now grant 25% increased reload and movement speed for 2.5 seconds. It does not stack with itself, but it will refresh the duration. This means that you're going to reload faster, you're going to move faster with your blades, and when you don't have blade, immediately upon getting an elimination. Keep this in mind, as this will allow you to close the distance on targets trying to escape you, or provide you with an escape after that elimination. Ana now has a 15-second cooldown on sleep, 3 seconds longer than Overwatch 1. The Baptiste shift, the regenerative burst, heals for a lot now, especially when the target is low. Keep that in mind. Brig, no stun in her shield bash. Cassidy, no flashbang stun, but grenade still hurts. Mei cannot freeze you with her M1, but still does a lot of damage with it. Orisa, her harpoon is a potent CC on a 6-second cooldown. You can't really plan around this one, just be aware of it. Sombra, her hack lockout on your abilities now lasts 1.75 seconds as of October 2022. In previous iterations of Overwatch 2, it only lasted for 1 second, so you could dash and deflect quickly after being hacked. The total hack duration, including the lockout duration, is 8 seconds. Sombras do 30% more damage to you during this window, so keep that in mind when you're dueling Sombras. Tracer, her damage dropped from 6 to 5 with each bullet of her pulse pistol, so you're going to have a little bit of an easier time dueling her. Widowmaker, her HP went from 175 back to 200. Winston, he now has a chargeable range zap of approximately 30 meters in distance, and when fully charged does 50 damage. It is not deflectable. Zenyatta's melee now does approximately, with Discord, 56 damage and boops you back. Zarya can now bubble either herself twice or an ally twice, so keep this in mind during your blades or just general aggression on the backline. She can now bubble 2 different targets that you're diving. Sojourn. She has a one-shot headshot with her railgun, which glows blue when fully charged. Junker Queen. Her knife ability can pull you in if she sticks it in you, and her axe hits really, really hard. Keep in mind you can deflect both, however. Kiriko. You have a lot of great dive and mobility synergy with this hero, and if you're playing with a Kiriko, do her a favor by playing high ground off angles that she can use to escape from. However, playing into an enemy Kiriko can be a bit of a nightmare, as she can TP away from your blade, as well as casting her AoE Protection Suzu for 1 second of invulnerability to both your blades and your dives. Genji's versatile kit and powerful ultimate allows Genji a lot of flexibility in compositions. He's obviously an excellent pick and dive, but he's also solid in spam matchups, where he can be used to harass enemies to open up space for your sniper, or even in Brawl, where his right-click damage and blade perform reasonably well. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and that's it.